David, as a real estate agent, one of the number one things we do is connect people, sellers with buyers, buyers with sellers. But there is a faster way to get that done every single time. Do you know what that is?
Yes.
What is it?
By learning how to do it from somebody that's been able to master the situation and master that scenario way better than you, way faster than you.
Very close, but no.
Tell us, Andrew.
Yeah.
What is it?
So the answer is you don't have to get a buyer for your seller if you're the buyer. You can cut out that person.
Right.
And you can create an opportunity while you're at the kitchen table.
Yep.
How many agents watching this, if you're not an agent watching this, welcome. How many agents have been there and they've looked at a deal and they're like, wow, I'm going to take this to my flipper.
Yep.
Or like, wow, I'm going to take this into my guy that's going to do short-term rentals. Or, oh, my guy that builds ADUs is going to do this. Or, holy cow, we're going to put a 10-unit apartment complex on there. And they have those 5 people that they're going to take the deal to, when they could just take it to themselves.
Yep.
And there's a million ways you can do this. And you can do it completely ethically, 100% ethically, by proposing all of the options to your clients. I've bought several homes direct in the past because I was just the solution to the problem. And that doesn't mean that I gave them a bad price, I gave them bad terms. It might be that I gave them just better terms in price. I was a little bit lower, but I had something to offer to them, like moving services, other things. What other ways have we done it? I know we had one that we did in Claremont.
Yeah.
How'd you get that one?
That one was, my mom was walking her morning walk, and then she came into my room while I was getting ready for work, and she said, hey, the neighbors are there. You need to go talk to them. And so we went directly to sellers. I said, hey, what are you guys doing right now? And they said they're cleaning up the property. And I said, when are you going to market? And they said, we're going to market on Monday. So I gave you a call, told you about it, and we ran comps, and we got the deal secured before they went on market.
Yep, we went directly in. They had an agent at this point.
They did.
But we did cut it off. It never hit the market. I would say we paid $25,000 too much. We found that out later.
Yeah.
We still made money.
Yeah.
But we were able to step in and actually get that done. And it's from being able to be there and be the actual buyer too. And I know there's a lot of people out there like, oh yeah, like that's great, but how'd you buy this $900,000 home cash? We didn't use cash. We used hard money.
Yep.
And we use relationships to fund the deal. Now, there's many deals over the years that I've funded myself.
Right.
I've never funded the whole first position though, ever. I have funded second position. I've funded second position for other people. And me and you are funding a deal right now where we're actually funding the deal. We have some lender on it, but me and you are funding it to make the deal happen with other realtors and another developer.
Yep.
So the way to do this is actually not that difficult. It really comes down to understanding the values in your area, which you should know. And then the next part is, how am I going to get the money? How am I going to do the construction?
Yep.
David, how many options are there for getting money?
There's so many. You can do seller financing. You can do hard money. You can go directly to private money, or like friends and family, basically. And there's so many more. You can even do a DSCR loan. We could have done a DSCR. We had a 30-day escrow on that one. We could have done DSCR easily on that. It was in rough shape, but it would have still made it.
It was still technically rentable.
Yeah.
So there was options there. And then there's just the next step is understanding construction.
Yeah.
And there is a hack to solve construction that I hate to break it to you guys. It just includes work. But if you want to make an extra 6 figures, it's worth it. And it's going to go out and you're going to get 3 to 5 bids on your project. Because if you get 3 to 5 bids and you put them up to each other and go apples to apples, you're going to be able to narrow down that construction cost. And you do it while you're in your inspection period.
An important nuance to that is you don't want to necessarily go to the contractor that's building the luxury home in one of these high-priced neighborhoods. You need to go to a contractor that's like flip or renovation friendly, somebody that understands that you're on a tight timeline and that you're looking to do very specific upgrades and put money exactly where it's going to extract the most value instead of these like high-end finishes that most contractors are used to extracting most profit, right?
Yeah.
So that's the other nuance.
I love that. Do you remember the 2 ways I did this when I started? Do you remember how I told you I got started with this?
Are you talking about?
Getting the contractors.
Go for it.
Okay. So first, every time I saw a flip being done, I pulled in and I talked to the crew that was there to find out who the GC was. If another flipper was using them, I was going to contact them. I started doing this more and more as I started missing out on deals too. So I'd miss out on a deal. A month later, I'd be on site to talk to the GC to see what they were doing, how much it was going to cost to get it done. And they open up the door for you on this. So the next is I went to all of the real estate investing groups. And I met the contractors that were there. These aren't the high-end finish guys. These aren't the guys that are building to somebody's specs on their home. They're working with investors. It's a whole different game. A person doing a renovation on their home is going to say, I have to have this door. It must be this exact door. It needs to be these colors, and I have to have this tile. We're going to say, we need a door that is of this style. We're going to need tile that works like this, but only costs this much. We don't need that exact window. Put the window in that fits, because it's not our personal residence. We're just trying to get it to what I call the 95%. The 95% is it's 95% done for them because everyone tears out 5%. How many of your clients have torn out the flooring, demoed a bathroom, gone through and changed the yard? Everyone does. It's just part of the game. And if you aren't using that in your buyer's pitch, when you're talking to your buyers, before you go into escrow, you're missing out on deals, you're losing requests for repairs. Guaranteed.
Before we jump from this topic of contractors, the third place I recently discovered where we could find contractors very easily was when we walked our project in Serra Mesa, and there was 2 or 3 contractors there separately bidding the project for other flippers that were looking at it. I actually got all of their contact info, and since they're actively bidding it for others, that bid is also readily available for a potentially new client, and they're happy to work with us, especially for bona fide investors walking a wholesale project or any kind of renovation project. They're happy to give you their contact information. Another hack I did not even anticipate but stumbled into.
Smart. And David talks to everybody, and that is a benefit that outweighs everything. So we know how to get the money, or we have an idea of where to get the money. Where are we going to meet these investors?
Oftentimes investors are within your circles in your city. So it's going to be real estate networking events or something financial focused or business oriented, but mostly it's going to be real estate investing networking events.
And one of the lowest hanging fruits, if you've been an agent for say 5 years, you've built up clients, you have your high-end clients that have done a bunch of stuff. Maybe you've bought and sold a home for them at this point. You have a relationship with them. Pick up the phone and say, hey, do you want to go a little further in investing? And you would be surprised how many people are willing to come in and invest in a deal.
All the time. The moment you work with a flipper, so what I did was I started working with a flipper and being his agent, finding him deals, and then I started posting about the flipped project and how I was the listing agent for it. Time and again, I got reached out to on Instagram, on Facebook, even on LinkedIn, people asking, hey, how do I invest in real estate? Well, the first step is note investing. Right?
100%. And that's the note is what is secured against the property, gives them their leverage in the deal so they know their money's protected. So we've got money, we've got our contractors now, we've got the process to get them. We're obviously getting deals because we're agents. We're out looking for listings. If you don't know where to get listings, I'm going to have to recommend that you come back for another video because we're going to go over all the distressed listing opportunities that are out there. And there's a lot of them. And I'm going to tell you this. If you don't have an allergy to money, there is a ton of money to be made in this business. I'm a very average dude that has done incredibly well. David's a little bit better than average and has done incredibly well too. But I'm dyslexic, I'm blind, I have ADD, I've had 8 concussions, and I still somehow have figured out all this stuff. So I hope you can.
I don't want you to forget also, I'm left-handed, so that's one thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm colorblind, so we're both not perfect.
So don't ever walk up on my right and in red because neither of us will see you. So we look forward to maybe running into you here at one of our events or in the future, but don't forget to follow us at RE Cheat Codes on Instagram and follow the page that you're seeing this video on. And if you want to learn about how you could turn this business where you're making a little bit of money as an agent to survive into a thriving business where eventually you don't have to be an agent anymore, reach out to us today, shoot us a DM, or just follow the Real Estate Cheat Codes link and book a call and we'll chat with you about it. Cheers.